Hey friends, welcome back to another video. I'm Elizabeth and we have another weekly grocery haul today. So before I forget, I'm going to tell you right off the bat what I spent and then I'm going to tell you how I got to that number. So I did spend $325.02 this week. And as you can see back here, it's pretty scarce looking. And I'm looking at it like I have no idea how I spent $325. What I think happened was that I got a lot more household items this week. Not like a ton, but just a few things, and I guess that kind of bumped it up. And so probably all the food would be somewhere around $250 still. And so it looks pretty expensive for what I have here. I don't totally know why. I do have a lot here. It just doesn't look like a lot, I think. So now I did really good, you guys, because even though I spent the $325, I'm actually a little bit over my grocery trips. And so I haven't been for a pickup order in over 11 days. So basically I went a little over a week and a half this time, which is pretty cool. And we still had some different meals left over and things. So I don't totally know why that worked out. We just had, I guess, a lot of food because I've been doing this so consistently. And so we just didn't need to quite go as much. So I really missed the grocery trip last week. So I think the way I have the videos, there won't necessarily be a break in the videos yet of the grocery hauls, so it'll still look like every week for you guys, but in real life it's not always, I guess. So there's probably some weeks where it'll catch up into where I won't have a weekly grocery haul that week, because I guess I don't necessarily go on the same day every 7 days. It's just kind of, I don't have a specific grocery shopping day because we may not need it yet, and so I just kind of wait, and if I can push it out and not buy more food, then I do. So also let me know if these videos are helpful. I think this is number 5 or 6 or something now, so I've done quite a few grocery hauls. What I'm realizing is that I'm buying a lot of the same things, so you're pretty much seeing the same things every week, maybe a little bit different, but this is how I do the plan. This is what the plan looks like when I'm doing it. So far I haven't changed it up a whole lot yet, and so it's looking really similar every week. So let me know, do you like the grocery trip hauls? Do you like to see what I'm making every week, my menu plans? Do you want to see all the groceries, laid out and what I bought and how much I spent? So let me know if that's helping you in the comments. Do you like it, or should I maybe do something else? Because it does take work and I don't mind doing it, but I just like to know if it's helping you guys. So let's get started looking at what I got. So you can see everything here. I laid it all out and it's really it's just not that much food. It doesn't look like that much this week. So it's kind of funny. I guess we'll start over here, because this is all I got for the pantry this week. This was my pantry stuff, and that was it, which is kind of crazy. So bananas, avocados, they have to go in the pantry. Of course, I got my extreme wellness tortillas. I don't eat that many of these. The kids really like them, and I have no meals planned for them this week. It's just for the kids. I don't eat a whole lot of this either, but the kids do, so I have been getting it every week. Just one of them has been working fine for us, and then the kids have moved a little bit more towards the sprouted bread, so that's why I haven't been getting as much of the lavash bread, but I don't do a whole lot of the sprouted bread either. I'm never in the setting where I want to eat that, except for the tuna melts. So sometimes I'll have it, but it's just not that often. Anyway, so that's everything. We come over here to frozen. So of course I've got frozen cherries because I gotta have my chocolate cherry covered shake, and just a frozen fruit blend to make different smoothies. I don't usually eat that one. That's for my girls. And then we have chicken breast. I have a couple recipes. I think I have 3 recipes this week for chicken breast. So I got a bunch of that. This burger box, we can have this, but this is mostly for my husband. He is doing carnivore, and so this is just so he always knows that he has something in there ready for him. So that's mostly his, and we try not to touch it. I got a lot of veggies. Okay, so this is hamburger meat. So this is what I'll use to make some of our stuff. I've got meatloaf planned and everything. I actually just wanted one big roll, but I guess they didn't have it, so they subbed my order and they gave me an extra pound. So that's pretty cool. I got a red onion to put on my salad, some onions for a few of the recipes. We're making a salad. This is gonna go in that. I got one cucumber because I put them on my salads, but they swapped out my normal cucumber for a big long hothouse cucumber is what they called it, so that's weird. I think they gave me an extra zucchini. I feel like I only got one, but I've got 2 here, so I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But I've been keeping zucchinis on stock now pretty much all the time. They're great for a lot of different things, but there's a few recipes that I just really love for zucchinis. Then I got some yogurt. This will last us a little bit longer than the week it's been lasting us because my husband is no longer having a bunch of that. And so I've got, of course, my berries. I'm hoping those last. I'm the one mainly eating them and my little girls, but Now my oldest daughter asked for berries to have every day, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna like super run out of berries. So I don't know totally how that's gonna go down yet. And then we have all of the eggs. And so because I haven't done grocery shopping in a while, I had to get 2 eggs this time because we are 100% completely out of eggs. Bunch of butters, we were completely out of butters. We still have a few of these, so I just got one to replace it. That's the third less fat of the cream cheese. I just always have that one on hand because it can go pretty much in every recipe. Then we have some mayo for a recipe. I got 3 turkey bacons this time because I wanted some, and usually my oldest daughter eats them all, and so I needed some. I have some Green Goddess dressing. You guys know I like Primal Kitchens. Pickles are for one of our recipes. Hey guys, I'm doing super good because I have not had any cold brew coffees for probably like 2 or 3 weeks. They've been out on my previous orders, and I haven't been having them. And so yeah, I'm super excited to have a few. I've been doing good with that. And then string cheese, that's for my girls. I never use string cheese. A couple of lunch meats, that's also mostly for my kids. I don't totally do a whole lot of lunch meat, but I can. Some of our school activities and stuff are starting back up, and park days with friends. It's starting to get nice weather, so sometimes that'll be in handy for that. But right now, I mostly just try to eat leftovers because we have so much food, and not everybody like eating it, the meals that I make, so we definitely almost always have leftovers right now, and so I'm the one trying to consume all the leftovers, so I rarely have like a lunch meat like sandwich or anything. All right, so I got my sliced cheese for sandwiches. I got this for like recipes, sharp cheddar mozzarella. I've got some goat cheese for my salads, cottage cheese. So then I got my 3 almond milks that I like to get. So I got 3 of these lettuce this time because one of our meals is a salad, although I'm not super happy about the quality of this one. Like, it's really wilty. You can't really tell on camera, but I'm just like, ooh, these are really sort of wilty. I would not have picked them for myself, so I'm not like super happy about that. But yeah, we're having this like big trim mac salad, like a Big Mac kind of salad, which sounds really cool. So that's why we needed those. And then of course I have some apples. All right, you guys, let's go over the meals. So my first book, which I've been really liking lately and picking a lot of the meals from, is this one. So this was their first cookbook that they released, not their very first book that had recipes, but their first actual cookbook. So that's this one, just called Term Healthy Mama Cookbook. And I've played a lot of things from there. So I'm doing my curry again this week. You guys have seen me do that a lot. That's like one of my easy reserve recipes. So that's on page 97 is that curry, which is so good. And then we also have, it's called Wipe Your Mouth Barbecue, and that's on page 43. And that is also just really amazing. I felt like they did a really good job with it. It doesn't have like barbecue sauce or anything, but it really tastes like barbecue, and so it's really exciting. And I'm pairing that with sweet coleslaw on page 230, so that's really fun. I was so surprised, but my 5-year-old loved the sweet coleslaw recipe, which was crazy. So I had her eating like cabbage and everything and eating this coleslaw, and she just ate it up and loved it. I mean, she went back for 3rd helping because she liked it so much. And so normally she's one of the ones I struggle with, you know, getting to eat her vegetables and stuff. Not so with this recipe, so that was super exciting. Okay, next we have the Big Mac salad on page 181. I have done like Big Mac in a bowl salads before, I think just from like online, like, you know, low carb recipes or something, but they actually have a recipe in that book now. I've never actually tried that particular recipe. It's probably really similar, and I'm gonna have to make my own Thousand Island dressing, which is what that mayo was for, and that's on page 472. So I did not buy any Thousand Island dressing for the Trim Mac salad, the Big Mac salad in a bowl. And I'm gonna have to make my own Thousand Island dressing because we don't want any like sugar or high fructose corn syrup or anything in it. And then lastly from that book, I'm also doing the meatloaf again this week. I've done that a few times, but I'm doing peas, the cauliflower mash, my husband's recipe, and just easy meatloaf, however we make it, and we don't do anything super special. But if you want to try their mama's favorite meatloaf from this book, it's on page 157. So we kind of make up our own recipe, but there is a recipe for it in the book. Peas are just straightforward peas, and there's also a recipe for fig mashed potato, Fotatoes from Cauliflower if you want that. That is on page 219. And then if you also want to make your own ketchup recipe to go on top of that, if you don't have access to Primal Kitchens, or you want to make your own, or you don't want Primal Kitchens or whatever, there is a recipe for that on page 482. So it's a very helpful, it's a great book. I am absolutely loving this book. And so let's move on. I planned a few other recipes. The rest of my recipes for this week come from the new cookbook, Trim Healthy Future. Trying to work my way through trying some of these. So what I have planned for this week are the chicken enchiladas on page 155. And you pair that with the chicken on page 117. It's like, I think like a Cajun chicken or something that you make, and then you put that into the chicken enchiladas. So those are the 2 page numbers for that, which is really exciting. I planned a couple of lunches this time, guys, which I was kind of excited about. I'm trying a pizza omelet. You use egg whites. I had those in there, and it's on page 199. I'm going to try that for lunch. And then also want to try their crispy fried sandwich on page 232. That uses the turkey meat that I bought over there. So I am going to try that. I'm kind of excited about that. And so believe it or not, that's all the recipes that I planned for this week. And that is everything for this grocery haul. I hope that the weekly menu planning kind of helps you, gives you ideas of what to try. So far, we're really liking all the recipes in here. There hasn't been any that we were just super grossed out or hated. So I really am always pleased with these cookbooks whenever they come out. They just really help make my life easier. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
We start to sail along these ocean waves. Nobody knows how to find us. It's turning out to be a perfect day. I just wanna leave our normal lives behind us. So let's get lost out here.